In this short video, I want to discuss the way I see the class as a unit in all its assignments, how it's leading us toward a main goal. And I want to give you a visual image so that you can latch onto it and remember it, and it may help you make sense of everything we've done in the class. All right. So in my mind, I do see that everything is leading us toward this main goal. I want to make sure that you have the same visual picture that I have. All right. So I will quickly admit this, that there are two tracks, it seems, of assignments. Okay. And one just seems to be general writing. Right? But the other one down here is sort of a research project. And when a class starts introducing these sorts of apparently non-connecting work, students often tend to think of, well, this is busy work and this is the real thing, right? Or one or the other is getting weighted more, so it's the more important, and this is just. But no, that's not how it is here with what I'm trying to do. In fact, what I want you to view this as is a railroad track with two rails. Okay. So this is, research rail. This would be non-research rail. Because up here, you're doing assignments that are not on your topic. But of course, everything's writing. But this, I'm calling it the non-research rail, because these assignments, they're not on the topic you picked. They're not going to make it into your research work. So you got your research rail and your non-research rail. And as a railroad track, it's going to one place. Okay, so these are parallel and they're heading in the same direction. And the direction they're going to for us is our main goal. Okay. Now the main goal for this class is adequate and efficient college writing skills. I need you to have a skill set of writing skills, a set of writing skills that will help you across the board with your college work. So I take the title of the course very seriously, college writing. And I ask myself, in the time I have with these students, what sort of skills can I give them that will help them write well in their college classes? Now notice that is not just, in their English classes or in their literature classes. So we don't do a lot of literary analysis, but I need to ask myself, when they're in economics, when they're in psychology, when they're in philosophy, when they're in business, when they're in human anatomy, when they're in chemistry, and if they ever have to do any sort of writing, what are the skill sets they need to have to do this right? So I generalize writing a little bit, because writing is just putting words down that have to do really with data gathering, data assessment and interpretation, and then data presentation. Okay? So in college, we're all about getting you to find the right data or evidence or support or logic to present in such a way that your main point, your claim, your argument is established. All right? And you'll be doing that general activity: data assessment, interpretation, data gathering, data assessment, interpretation, data presentation in all your classes, whether it takes the form of a blog or a PowerPoint or a paper. So that's really what I'm trying to get us to do over here. All right. And I need two rails to do this, because here, obviously, here's the research project. Okay. And here's the non-research rail with all these other assignments. Let's think of some here. We had the generic analysis, right? Then we had item analysis. Then we had critique, level one critique. Then we had maybe another type of critique, level 2 critique. Then we have diction or grammar. Then we have, let's say maybe in this class we did how to develop charts. Maybe we also did hypothetical paradigm. Now down here we have thesis development. We have topic. We have source evaluation. We have research logs. We have review of literature. We have voice techniques. We have, we have a citation and documentation. We have all sorts of things, right? But please think in your mind, look, no matter how well you do it down here, if you don't have the right grammar or the proper diction level, people aren't going to, you know, they're not going to take you seriously if you misspell before all the time, or already, or, I mean, simple words like that. Or you can't figure out how to use a comma. Or if when you try to do your chart, you get your tables all mixed up and you don't do the right math. The percentages are off. Or if you can't realize that you are drawing a hypothetical paradigm and it needs to be labeled as hypothetical because it's coming from one instance. You can't make a general claim, but you can suggest a general claim. Or you just don't even know how to summarize correctly because you never did the level 1 critique right. So down here, if you're not summarizing in your review of literature what other people have written about your topic, people are going to suppose you worked in a vacuum. Okay? So these skills carry over. You need to see this as a genuine railroad track with the ties coming down like this. Okay, they're connected. And they're all headed in the same direction. And that is a skill set that will help you across the board, no matter what college class you take. If they're asking you to gather data, interpret it, and present it, this is going to help you. So, and in some of these classes, if they're more professionally minded, they're going to ask you to show you how it's original to you, how it's making a contribution to the published literature, or how it even attempts to make that sort of contribution. So I hope that, you know, this is a short video, but just this little picture here helps you in the last part of the work to just plow ahead thinking, you know, this is headed somewhere with unity. It has one goal in mind. And with a will then go into the last part of developing your actual the actual last assignments I have up here that I'll have for you, and then finishing up your work down here.